Pete Lewis. This is my shop dog Winifred. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to sharpen and maintain ski edges after the ski has had its sidewalls planed and the edge geometry set, which should be done before the ski even hits the snow. We call these first steps a new ski prep. This is essential because excess sidewall material will inhibit proper edge geometry. And factory tuned edges typically don't have accurate geometry in the tip and tail, and they can also have significant case hardening. If ski tuning is new to you, I recommend first getting comfortable with the basic techniques I'll show you today and finding a good ski technician that can help you deal with the new ski prep part of the process. As you get confident using tools, you can start practicing and move on to more advanced techniques and new ski prep. So, assuming we have a ski with the sidewalls planed and out of the way, case hardening taken away from the factory, and proper edge geometry, let's get started. Now I'll show you the basic tools you'll need to get started. You need a file guide. You can get the file guide set to the degree that you are using for your skis, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, or 4 degree. If your budget allows it, you can get a few, and it makes the work go quicker, but one will suffice. I would buy a metal one, aluminum or steel, something machined, pretty high quality, and it'll last you a long time. A good file, I would buy a new file if you haven't in a long time. For this step you want maybe a 16 teeth per inch, give or take, a second cut file. A file brush is essential for keeping your file clean. Brass or bronze, pretty soft, fine bristles will clean out the teeth of a file. You can also use base cleaner, ski base cleaner, to clean off files if you get wax inside of it. A paintbrush is great for keeping the ski clean as you work, keeping the bench clean too. A clamp to clamp the file to the file guide. These I buy at Home Depot or a hardware store. There's all kinds available. You want one with a lot of spring tension to keep the file clamped onto the file guide securely. A medium gummy stone is good to have for detuning the tips and tails, also the length of the ski to take off a hanger or a burr. And diamond stones. I would start with 4. A 100 grit for dealing with burrs and rough work. 200 grit provides a little bit of sharpening and smoothing. 400 grit for polishing. And a very fine, either 1000, 1200, or 1500 grit for taking a burr or hanger off at the very end of the process. Also, a spray bottle with some soapy water. You can also use a coffee cup with soapy water in it to keep your files, your diamond stones, lubricated. It's not essential, but it makes the job easier and it prolongs the life of your diamond stone. That's all you need. Okay, all set. Now, assuming you have a ski whose sidewalls have been planed and the edge geometry has been set, you've gone skiing, your skis are dull, and now you need to sharpen your skis. So the first thing I would do is to take your 100 grit diamond and attach it with the clamp to the file guide, and then feel along the ski to see if you have any burrs. And by burr, I mean maybe you hit a rock and you have a little bit of flange of metal sticking out. You can't really file over these very effectively. They typically get hardened from the heat of the impact, and the file will skip over them. You'll also typically hear a strange noise if you try to file over a burr. So before you take the file to the ski, use your 100 grit diamond to knock down any burrs. There's one there. That took it away nicely. Okay, next you're ready to move on to a file. If your file is not already cleaned, clean it with a brush to get all the junk out from in between the teeth. And if you have wax or other gook that won't come out, use some base cleaner and that'll take it out easily. So you want to attach the file to the file guide in the correct direction. This file shows a little arrow, tells you which way to move the file. Other files have a tail. The tail is always trailing, so you always go tip to tail when you move a file. It won't work the other way. So you want to start off pulling smoothly and gently without using too much downward pressure, and divide the ski into 3 sections. As you collect shavings in the file, you need to clean them out. It's also important to keep the ski and the base of the ski clean, as well as the surfaces of the file guide. And for that I sometimes use some Scotch-Brite to keep it clean. This will prevent scratches from getting on the base of your ski and marking it up. After you've worked all 3 sections of the ski, you want to take long pulls, tip to tail, to blend in the 3 sections. And while you're doing this, listen and look. Listen for any strange sounds, and look at the metal and the sheen of the metal to make sure that you've actually sharpened the ski and taken some metal off. Feel it as you go. Keep everything clean as you go. You'll know the ski is sharp if you can peel off some fingernail, or you can also feel it. And if it's real sharp, you can feel a little bit of a burr, or hanger, some people call it. And what that is, it's the metal that winds up getting combed this way. Metal's a malleable material. So after you file it, you have a little bit of a tiny flange that sticks out this way. You won't be able to see it, but you can definitely feel it. If you get to that point, you know you have a sharp ski.